Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the reigning AFC champs coming up next.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Back to Mixon on second down. Pushes past him, and he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Burrow looking to pass. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 45 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation, we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, we talked pregame about how we might have some twists and turns in this one, but how about this on the opening drive?
Well, they had a pretty good drive working, didn't they? So you wouldn't expect this ending because what you were thinking was they were going to put it in the end zone themselves, not have it go the other direction.
Extra point forthcoming. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. His opening drive there last time out looked good for a while. The offense was on the move, but then the pick six.
They were clicking. He was looking good. And, you know, if this was a game played by real human beings, we could get an actual answer. These are virtual guys out there, so we don't know what's going to happen or what actually happened with the miscommunication on that one.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, Mixon, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big gainer on that play. And from experience, I can tell you, that's for defense. Backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. Now Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. First down. Here's Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
There we go. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Ready?
Throwing now. Burrow on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4.
football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense. Throw the ball on second and third down here.
Another try for Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. To the right side, complete to Taylor. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They go play action with Lawrence. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They turn to Taylor on 4th. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And I don't know what more they need to see of him than what we're going to see in this player montage. He's been great. Why aren't they winning this game, I guess, is the question.
It is a good question, isn't it? Remember the time?
Here we go.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. A handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught. Right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Again, he'll target Boyd, this time successful. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
I'm on, right? 58, right there. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
To the air again, Burrow. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 33. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Taken at about the 1. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Lawrence gets this to Campbell out on the right side.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm going back to you.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Runs through the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back now in Cincinnati. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Taylor. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Taylor again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the... In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him point.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 1st down, here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Burrow on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 30 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Let's go,
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Well, the Colts will play again next weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.
Thank you.